Hello. So in this video, we are going to have process of installation of database management system, which is PostgreSQL. So how to download and install Postgres for Windows operating system. So let's search setup for Postgres. So you can Google Postgres download for Windows. So click on a downloads. So there are so many operating systems are there. Between these operating system, we can select setup for the Windows operating system. For the Windows, there are so many versions available: 17, 16, 15, and the release year is mentioned. Now go to download the installer. So you can see Linux, macOS, Windows 64-bit. So let's try to download this version 15.12 and for the Windows. So download, click on download. So this will start downloading and then we can install it. So you can see Postgres 15.12.1 Windows. So file size is 326 MB. So this may take few minutes for downloading. So if you complete this downloading process, you can see this Postgres 15.12 I have already downloaded. So let's uh, pause this because I have already the setup, downloaded setup. So let's open this. If you're downloading first time, you can complete this process and get the setup ready for the installation. So let's open this, the same setup I have, which is previously downloaded. So open this file. So you can see PostgreSQL 15.12.1 for Windows 64. So yes, exit. So if you can click on this setup and then open. So it will ask for the installation process. So say yes. Welcome to the PostgreSQL setup wizard. Click on next. So this is location C drive, program files, PostgreSQL 15. This is a path where all the files and packages are going to install. These are components which helps to run a query, create a database, execute a query. So click on the next. So on the same C drive, program files, Postgres 15, there is a data directory created and click next. Now, this is the password you are going to provide of your choice. So, you should remember this password because you need this password to connect when you are going to open Postgres or you are going to create databases, tables. So, next. 5432 is a port number of a Postgres. So click on next. English. Next. So these are some configurations, locations, paths where all the packages and files are going to install. Click on next. So setup is ready. So if we click on next, it will start installing. So this may take few minutes. So we should wait for the process to complete. Creating a directory on a drive C, program files, then PostgreSQL, then /15 slash data, and installing all the files, administrative files, pg admin files, unpacking all the packages into directory. You can see there are so many init files, .py files, .executable files. So after installation, you can see actual directory created by the Postgres. So just few minutes more. Installing database cluster. Configuring databases. So actually this is a database which is a root, the admin database which is the owner, and in that database we can have databases which creates tables. Yes, so this is the completing state of Postgres. Completing the Postgres setup wizard. This window will says ki if you want to have more files which helps to connect with the other programming language like Java, like PHP, you can have installation. You can download drivers using this, but for now we don't need any drivers and any plugins or any other installation, so we are skipping this part. So let's finish this installation of a Postgres. Finish. So after finishing, how to start Postgres? So let's search pgadmin. So pgadmin is a management tool for Postgres. So using this, you can have more interactive table creation, database creation, data storage management can be more easy. So now we have just installed it. So it doesn't have any kind of data. It doesn't have databases, tables. So you can see dashboard, properties, SQL, statistics, dependencies, dependents, process. So these are some of the parts which we are going to use. Now servers, so databases, query tool, then click on a servers. So this will ask for the connect to the server. So you should provide a password. That password which you initialized or which you have set for the installation while time of the installation. So you should provide that password. Okay. So now you can see you are connected with a server, Postgres server. So there is a PostgreSQL 15, which is version. Then databases. Database Postgres is already exist. Now let's create a new database. So if we click on this database, then create database. So just give a name of a database which you want to create. Test. Owner is Postgres and save. So there may be some error because maybe administrative rights are not set. So close it. Yes. Create a database. If we are creating same database and then save, so it says test is already exists. So let's have another database, db2, save. Yes, so you can see db2 here. So after clicking Postgres server, you can have successfully creation of a db2. Now db2 have these types of parts which are related with the tables, rows. So schemas, click on a schema. You can see multiple schemas are there for cursor triggers, for creation of a process. But there is no table exists, so you can't see a table here. So if you can have a table creation using a query tool. So query tool is like a screen where you can write queries for creation of a table and you can run queries. So like this query tool. So you are already in a db2. You can see here db2. Then create table, suppose login and id, int, comma, name, varchar, and give a size and semicolon. So how to run this query? So write a query and you can execute this script. So you can see table created, query returned successfully. So like this you can have a query tool and you can execute it. So how to check whether the db2 database has a table, db2, then schema, views and tables. So here is a login table we have just created, login table. So login, with the columns and constraints and indexes and rules and triggers. So these detailed description can be there. So like this, you can have SQL in a Postgres. You can have SQL tool also, or you can have PSQL tool also, like this. So you can see you are into a DB2, database 2. So table, suppose name of the table is information. Information have name varchar 20. The table is created. So like this, you can execute SQL from the SQL tool, or you can have PSQL tool. So there are so many GUIs present, which helps to create database, which helps to create tables, which inserts value, which selects, retrieve, which can have many kinds of transactions like this. So this is the one way of having a Postgres. Now, if what is the another way, that is command prompt. So I'm closing this. Are you sure you want to quit the application? Yes. So after installation of a Postgres, you can search SQL shell, PSQL. If you don't want PG admin, you are familiar with the command prompt, so you can choose this. So server is a local host, database is a Postgres, already exists. Just press enter. Port is 5432, enter. Username is Postgres, enter. And enter password. So password, provide a password and then enter. So you can see Postgres command prompt. Now here, let's connect with a already existing database which we have created already. So /c db2, which is already created by us. Yes. So db2, it has table, login table, it has info table. So like this, we can have Postgres download, install, and connect, create databases and tables. So we can have databases and relationship between all the tuples and rows and columns. So in the next video, we can have more with the databases and tables and connection with the PHP in Postgres databases. So we will have that more in detail.